Hammond is going to beam in and join us. Daniel, great to see you. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you? Just really enjoying hearing all of my partners' stories and all of the wisdom they've been sharing.
Now, again, the assignment was write it. You wrote a lot of it alone, but you did have some partner collaboration. What's been your biggest takeaway so far that you've learned from your colleagues?
Yeah, so this is definitely my most interactive book, and having those other people deeply involved in the creation process really, I think, created a deeper work. Certainly, I had to dig deeper into my past, and I shared things that I haven't shared in other books, and so that's always exciting. And I didn't have enough words, so I'm going to have to keep writing.
So you work with entrepreneurs to experience exponential growth by eliminating problems so their business can thrive and grow. How do you really do that? Because we all have problems. We're always going to keep having problems, but how do you do that?
I'm an interrogator on retainer. I was an Army.
I think it's a great line, especially after reading your chapter.
Thanks. I find that there's a lot of people that don't ask the deep personal questions that make people potentially uncomfortable, but also lead to really deep growth. And so that's a service that I try to provide. I try to go deeper. I don't just ask, what is the problem that's obstructing your business, but I also ask, what is it preventing you from doing, right? It's about finding what do they want to have the outcome look like when they're done with it. And so having that opportunity to dig deeper using kind of, for my chapter, that inquisitive nature, but also that caring and compassion I got from my dad to really serve them to the best of my abilities.
You did a really great job about the entrepreneurial journey of your own personal life, but there was this line in here that says, I believe that this is important because if you only know your job is all you will ever do. I don't hear people talking about that from a business standpoint. Tell us more.
Yeah, I really believe in the interconnectedness of things. I'm like my dear friend Anna Lee. I'm very spiritual, and I see people created with purpose, and I don't want them to just go and do a thing. I want them to dig deeper, find that purpose, but sometimes you got to do things to pay the bills. And while you're there, why not learn as much as you can? And to do that, you need to learn, well, how does the role that I do serve the other people around me? Mm-hmm. What is the best outcome that we can achieve together? And what is my contribution to that? What does my boss need to be successful so that I can start lining up that as well to be a better employee. And that's really, I want to keep learning and expanding wherever I go. Mm-hmm. And often it leads to me being like the one person on the team that can answer the questions like, who does this in this organization? I'm like, oh yeah, I know who that person is. And so that's fun. And I love solving problems. And so that also helps me connect where I can add the most value.
So the chat box has been blowing up about your interrogations. I have to share part of that from your chapter, which is very interesting. You have done professional interrogation. You know about interrogation skills. You also said that I interrogate my world. How does interrogation skills help an entrepreneur?
Yeah. Well, one, I would say, all credit to my first writing partner, Dr. Ted Anders. The first thing that got me into writing was coming across my partner system called customer-driven leadership. Mm-hmm. And it's really about asking your customers, what's the one thing that I can do for you that if I successfully achieve this, you would never look for anybody else that does what I do, right? How can I be such a critical and valued part of your success that you're the only person I ever want to work with in this space? And and you have to also maintain, just like in an interrogation, open rapport and constantly assessing, have their priorities changed? And so you can't just ask once, you need to be checking in and seeing, is this still the thing you care the most about? And then that works with your employees as you build a company. You want to know, what are their aspirations? How can you feed them the things that matter to them? And then I really like creating collaborative environments where teams are serving teams and being rewarded for serving them well.
So there's also this part of the book that you got into. You poke at a really good tension point, again, that few ever really bring up. You said you challenge the status quo, but the tension of being asked questions versus them really wanting to know the real answer. We do that, don't we? We ask questions, but we don't really want to hear the truth.
Yeah. Sometimes I say, I'm the person that will tell you your baby is ugly if hearing your baby is ugly is what you need to hear, right? And I don't run around just going, hey, that's an ugly baby. That's an ugly baby. But, some people, and let me change that. Let me make it personal, right?
Yeah.
I built my company to scale in a way that I knew it would be successful, but I wasn't able to achieve some of the things I needed to fuel that engine of success.
Gotcha.
And so I needed somebody to come in and kick me around, gently, of course, but we don't torture an interrogation. It's all
no waterboarding here.
That's right. Yeah, actually, some of the people I interrogated cried when I left. I mean, it's about building deep relationships. Yeah. And so, that's part of it is how can I serve the world better and bigger? And, my goal is to help 1,000 entrepreneurs make the world a better place. And sort of what some of our team members have touched upon, right? As I dug deeper into how I can best serve, I focus and multiply the genius of others. Mm-hmm. I'm not the idea guy that runs around with 1,000 great ideas a day. I'm the one that can go, hey, those 1,000 ideas, 997 of them were garbage. These 3 are gems. Let's work those.
So you also, the power of learning to scope and scale. Every entrepreneur talks about it, has read dozens of books on it, but it rarely ever really happens. What's the secret sauce there?
Yeah, I think it's definitely being connected to what everyone sees success. What is everyone's perception of success for a project? One of the things that I'm really excited about is I'm in part of an entrepreneurial growth community, besides the amazing ECI. And it's really about seeing, just because, I come with you and you and I have a project together, what matters to me for the project to be successful might be completely different than you, right? And so, maybe I want to just grow my brand and for more people to know that I'm out there. Maybe you want to actually make some money off the deal.
Yeah, please.
Right. And so you've got to assess that. And I think there's some fantastic tools to do that. But I'm really good at managing other people's, what matters to other people, and helping to find what's the solution that's going to give you what you want, me what I want, and our 3 partners what they want. And that's a fun place to be. So I love the more complexity, the better, because I sort it really fast. And that's part of my entrepreneurial genius, I guess.
For you being a part of this global community, I mean, you're in Texas. There's so much in Texas going on. There's so many businesses up and down, growing. Everything's bigger in Texas. But we've had people from Malta. We have Ireland. We have Canada. We bounce around so many different places today. What does that mean to you that the global community is right here with you so much like this?
That is a fantastic question, and as a as a guy who created interrogation courses for the military, yeah, I love that question because here's what the world becoming more global lets you look for special communities, and that's for me. Everything that's done well is done at a community level, and that's what I have with these partners and with ECI. I shopped around so many networking groups, but when I found this one, it's like, hey, I want to be in Ireland every week, twice a month.
Right.
That's where the great people are. And so I love this community. I love the people that are in it. There's not a single one of them that wouldn't drop what they were doing to help you have a better life. And that's rare. And you should look for that everywhere. You should join ECI as well. But you should also look for that in communities. Is this a good fit for me? And is it going to grow me in the right way? And is it going to surround me with the kind of people who will celebrate when I'm there?
Daniel Hammond from Texas, thank you very much. It's been great. Congratulations. A great part of the book. And it's wonderful. All blends together so well. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.